And we're here. What's up,
We are.
everybody? It's Friday.
Good evening.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
I'm just gonna
I
have to take
love
my
Friday.
shoes off because it's Friday. Man, my feet hurt. It's been a long week. Long week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someday
Yep.
we'll be able to share everything, but long
This
week.
week. yeah.
But I'm just gonna say, behind the scenes, you win.
Yeah.
You win.
I wasn't trying. I wasn't even in the race, man. Wasn't even trying to compete.
Yeah. It's like golf. Yeah, the highest score doesn't win.
No.
It's the lowest score win. Oh. And what do you know? First one in is Kevin.
Oh my gosh, that is such a
what
shock.
a shocker there. Clay wins for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Had some conversations with him too. I needed some coaching yesterday, man.
Man, I'll tell you what. Yeah, just for like where Clay and I talk. Every time I ask how Kevin's doing, he's like, he's at the airport. He's at the airport. He's at the airport. He's
he
like
travels more than everybody.
It's like that movie with Tom Hanks about that dude who got trapped in the airport for 2 years.
Terminal. Yeah.
Yeah, terminal. He needs to set up a studio up in the airport.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Whatever he does, he just nails it.
Did you see A Man Called Otis?
Yes.
Was it Otis?
Yeah.
Otto. A Man Called Otto.
Man named Otto.
Oh my God, dude. I cried.
I did too. And I was mad. I was like, man, I want to watch a funny movie. And I was watching the trailer. I'm like, that looks funny.
Awful. Like, I cried a bunch.
Yeah. It's like 15 minutes in. You're like, oh my God, what is this?
Man. Me and my wife are watching it, and we're both looking over at each other from the recliners like,
yeah. What have we done? What did we do? I did not want to cry this night. But yeah, it was a great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm already clicking comments because I'm used to Tuesday night, me being the comment guy.
Oh, you clicked that? So did I.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, no, I clicked the Clay wins for sure comment. But yeah, Friday night is, I'm pointing the wrong way. I'm hula hooping.
It's confusing. I have to.
Friday night, you get to do comments. I love it. Yeah. You're the comment
That's what
guy.
I'm here for, man. You've got the ideas. I will do that for you. Hello, Chris. How you doing, man?
You were not on your main channel live.
What's that?
It says we are not on our main channel live. I see me live. I see us live on mine.
We're live on the Chronicles, Level Up with Mike Newman, and the Clay Allen Review.
Yep.
So,
but there might be some confusion.
Because of well, I mean, but we're actually live on those channels.
Yeah, we're still live.
Might have advertised on something else.
The links that we might have sent, the notify me link, may not be good that you clicked on YouTube because Friday being Friday, we both decided to get in here and see if we could learn how to correct my issue with this stream, because I created this show, the EV Mux, the scenes and everything in here over a year ago, and then just like chickened out, shut it down. So I went right back into this one to jump in again. And because I did that, I never really set it up for scheduling. Yeah. So we've always struggled to do that. So this time I created a new session in my EV Mux lobby, and I was able to do that. So YouTube was sending out, click this link to notify me for a different session that we're not using.
So he says it's still not on Level Up. I don't know.
I'm on Level Up right now watching.
You know what? I think there's issues with EV Mux. Because if I click on Level Up with Mike Newman, it says you are live.
Yeah. And I'm watching the live stream on my channel now. If you go to my channel, click live.
You know what else I've noticed? When we schedule either on here, well, actually it's not on here.
How are we live?
On me and Kevin's podcast, when we schedule a time, I've heard Chris tell me that it said a different time. And I'm always like, why? It's not the time I chose.
It is weird. If you go to my channel and you go to the live section, there's no live stream in the videos below, but yet my symbol, my avatar says live. And if you click that, it goes to a live.
Kevin said he's watching it on Level Up.
Yeah. So
You might be, Chris, you might be looking on a different, there's they both say level up, but one of the links that we posted was an incorrect studio.
All right. So yeah, I created a session and it sent out links. So I'm wondering if the link that clicks doesn't take you anywhere. But when I go to live,
So Know Your Joe said
it's
that
not
he had to open
showing.
up a new window to see us. So we might be doing, I don't know.
There's two side by side. When I go to my channel on Google, there's two of them side by side. One says here, let me go to screen share so you can see what I'm talking about here.
So everybody's saying something different. Felix says, I believe I'm on Mike's channel. Oh, can you hear that?
Yeah, that's great.
The motorcycles?
All right, so this is what, like, if I go to my page now, you can see them side by side. There's two of them. One says, for waiting, notify me. So there's 4 in the lobby for the other studio session that we never went into. We were messing around. The one to the right of that, the second one from the left, says we're live. We're in there. And when I click that, oh, okay, yep, we're muting that. So there it is. So there's 2 side by side. One is saying we haven't started yet. So that's partly on me for trying to go in there and trying to figure out how to schedule. And I figured it out, but I had to create a new session in order to see where to go to do it.
Yeah. So what Chris just showed me is what we're looking at. There's 2 different ones on the same channel. It's just one's not active.
Yeah. And that'll get fixed next week, because now I knew once I figured that out, I was able to go into our existing one that we've been using. And then I was able to bring up the schedule by going up to destinations. And when our YouTube destinations, if I try to make any kind of edit to those, then the scheduling thing then pops up. So like pre-existing, it won't show up if you go into an older session that we've been using week after week. We keep reusing that one.
Right.
Instead of creating a new one. So when you go to a pre-existing one, that schedule part doesn't pop up unless you add or try to edit the destinations.
Right. I got to move something.
So that's what happened to me, but I forgot to go in and delete the older session or the new. If anybody can still remember, make sense what I'm trying to say, but the new session that I created today, trying to just start from scratch, because it was getting frustrating not being able to schedule on YouTube.
Right.
And so I was like, you know what, we're just going to start over. And then I saw that and I was able to go back and fix it in the new one or the old one. I'm quitting. I'm stopping.
You're quitting. Let's see. It's probably operator issues. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Operator created issue.
Yeah. Operators issues.
So there's 2 basic notifications that went out, one for the new session, one for the older session, which we've always used. And the one that I just created is not working because we haven't gone live in that. We're not in that studio. Although you went in there and waited for me.
So that's where I was too.
Yeah. We were both waiting in each other's, like I was in the older session. He was in the newer session, and we were waiting for each other to show up till like 2 minutes before.
Dynamic duo.
Yeah. And this is what this is all about. We're leveling up what we do.
Yeah.
And how we do it. Tips and tricks and community sharing on how to do something right. We're figuring out how to do something
wrong. We can show people how to do it wrong too.
Oh yeah. That's my life lesson. How many ways can I do it wrong before I figure out the right way to do it?
Felix, the one that says, oh, go ahead.
Felix, I completely forgot this week to send out your microphone. I will do that Monday. The Tank 3 that went to, who was it? Steve. That was sent out.
Nice.
Fafine did get it. They confirmed they got it, and they're going to ship that out to you.
The big rig will be coming to you soon. I'm getting ready to drop that in the mail.
So, yeah, Felix, I'll get you Monday. It was a crazy week.
The Memphis Blue.
Stuff going on at the church and just trying to save some money. So because I used to be painter, drywall, construction, every time we try to do something and someone tries to rip us off with a price, I can do it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing that anymore. But anyways, it was a busy week. Everything got just imploded.
Yeah. Yep. No, I totally, dude. I've been, with what's going on with me, I have been so out of it. I haven't even looked at my YouTube channel. I haven't focused, nothing. So everybody's got those moments, those streaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you just things happen. The one that says you haven't started yet is the one I came into. I believe.
Yeah.
Again, that one was only on mics.
Yeah. On mine, it's showing 2. Let me refresh it. Okay. It says there were 3 in the waiting room, but now it's empty. I need to pull that down. Can I get rid of that?
let me catch up here. Chris got a good one. This one right here. I just wanted to, because you got to send it with a small air horn.
Yeah.
breaker.
Love it. New cam reveal. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's the 28th.
The what? What?
The 27th was when my embargo lifted on my webcam, but they haven't confirmed to say yes. It's been a tentative date. It was supposed to be a month ago. Then they asked me to hold off another month. They haven't given me the green light. I haven't actually recorded the review yet. I've been using it for live streams for the past month, so I got everything I need to know about it. I just haven't hit record and hey, this is what it does.
This is what I think.
Yeah, but I'm going to just check off screen here if it's out, because if it's being sold right now, I would assume the embargo's lifted if they're selling it.
Yeah, if they're selling it, you're probably okay. Yes, Kevin. I did.
Let's see here. I'm going to go to it. I'm looking, product reveal. Let's see here.
This is what he's checking on, Joe.
Yep, it's right there.
If he can say what it is. And that's what you've been using on the last few lives too, right?
On my other live stream. I haven't been using it on this one. So on Tuesday night on my Coffee at the Cross web live stream.
How's that going?
It's been going pretty good. We don't advertise it at all. We just go live on a Tuesday night, and
for people that know, and
on Facebook, and we're like 400 views.
That's okay though. Do it however you want.
So
is it exciting? Do you like it? Do you get something out of it?
Oh yeah, just like faith wise, it's just people calling, or it's prayer requests. So we go on there and we just talk faith and stuff like that. But people who are in the chats, they just say someone that they want us to pray for, and we add it to a list on the screen. And then at the end of this live stream, we pray over that list. And we've had miracles. 2 miracles happen. Like just one was a baby. My nephew, who was just born a couple weeks ago, they had to have an emergency surgery to have him removed because he was dying in the womb. So they had to pull him out, and they had to paddle him. They had used defibrillators on him a couple of times. So he died a couple of times after they got him out, and they brought him back, and they were talking like months of being in the hospital. She was out of work. They live in Virginia. They had to air flight him from that hospital to DC because they were the ones that were equipped for whatever he had. But his head was swollen. He was suffocated, couldn't breathe. So it was a big mess, and he was in ICU, and they're talking about him.
Sounds similar to my daughter, my oldest daughter.
Yeah,
same thing. Brain was swollen. She was 18 minutes with no vital signs.
Yes,
same. And they actually brought her back.
Yeah, and so
then she went into the NICU for like 16 days. Biggest baby in the joint.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They were like, he's going to be here for months, and they're like, how are we going to be able to afford this? Going from Virginia to DC, just to be there every day. She's now out of work. He's in the Marines, so that's not the best paying job. So it was just praying for that, and then within like 2 days, he went from being with feeding tubes and machines and all that other stuff. They pulled everything off. He was breathing in his mom's arm and eating out of a bottle. Like he's going to be home in days. So like docs are like, we can't explain it. Don't know what's going on, but wow. Like how'd that happen? And then just like little miracles, which are still big miracles. Some people my neighbor behind me one night about 10 o'clock, I was laying down in bed, and my wife came in and she goes, Mike, Jerry needs your help. And it's a lady that lives behind us, and she has a dog, and she lives by herself. She's, in her 50s, and she walks her dog every day. Big, huge dog. She calls him Ragnar, like, Thor type stuff.
Yeah, like
Huge dog,
Ragnarok.
like size of a Saint Bernard. And she was crying one night because her dog was paralyzed in my backyard, couldn't walk. She couldn't get him in the house. She was crying. She said she couldn't afford the meds. He had a degenerative condition, nerve condition in his back. Couldn't afford the meds, and he wasn't able to walk. And he finally just let go in my backyard. And she couldn't get him back in the house. And she was like, "I'm gonna have to put him down. I can't afford the meds." She
What
knew
was
I
he
was a
paralyzed
pastor.
from? Did you say?
I can't remember what the condition was, but the nerves were getting so bad that he lost his feeling in his legs, and there were some kind of meds he could take that could help regenerate or get rid of the pain or something. But he was done. Like, he was stuck in the yard and he couldn't do anything, couldn't move. So she knocked on our door. My wife got me, and I went out in the backyard, and she asked me if I could carry the dog from my yard into her house. So I'm sitting there with this dog that weighs more than me, trying to carry this dog in the dark.
Yeah.
And I got it in the house, and then she was just beside herself. And I just said, "You mind if I pray with you?" And she said, "No, absolutely." And her dad used to be a pastor, but she hadn't been to church in a while, just kind of strayed. So we prayed, and she said the next morning, someone that she hadn't spoke to in 30 years called her and gave her money to treat the dog.
Huh.
And by that night, she was able to get the meds. And then a day later, she's out walking her dog around the block.
Wow.
Every day. So he went from paralyzed to not being able to move to her having to get rid of this dog, which was her
Going
everything.
for walks.
Is back on the street doing walks around the block. And she was telling me, that miracle, you prayed for me. I've never done anything for you. There was no reason for you to do any of that, but you came, you helped my dog, and then you prayed over me and my dog. And she goes, so there's stuff that's been happening that's just cool to hear, just stuff you don't expect to happen. So it's kind of gaining a lot of traction because of all this stuff, because some of the stuff we pray over has been like miracle.
And even if it's just traction that's, like you said, local, that's still, if you get something out of it, that's why I do this stuff, because I enjoy it.
Yeah, we're getting people from Idaho, North Dakota, Missouri. Yeah, it's out there. So
see, there you go.
It's growing, and it's a hot mess because I'm learning how to do a 4-person podcast with gear that's not meant for 4 people.
Right.
So
you mentioned the name of it, and Kevin's a coffee nut, and he's like, "Do you actually have coffee?"
Every live stream.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go.
Yeah.
So
he's got like some coffee bar thing he's always telling me about.
And then today, I won't, someone had, the other day, someone asked me to pray with them because they weren't going to be able to make rent. So, a former fireman who was at 9/11 Ground Zero, pulling people out of the rubble. He now has lung cancer from that.
From something there. Yeah.
Yeah. So they about 5 years ago, they diagnosed him with stage 4 lung cancer. They gave him 3 months to live. And it's been 5 years. He's still here and he's still kicking. And he just moved here to where we're going. And they've been trying to pay for all these medical bills and trying to get him going. And his insurance has been crazy. He lost his disability. Dude's got stage 3 lung cancer and he has brain seizures and stuff. And
how are they pulling benefits from somebody like that?
Exactly. He was seeing
That's
a neurologist.
What I want to know. A firefighter.
Yeah. From Ground Zero.
Has an issue you should be taken care of until you're not here anymore.
So some nurse practitioner at a neurologist office that he was going to, never saw the neurologist, always the nurse practitioner, said he can drive, he's good to go, he can go back to work. Just totally like threw a grenade in his medical records and everything. So disability cut him off.
Wow.
So he went to another neurologist, and this neurologist, day before yesterday, I took him to get his blood work, right? And then yesterday went to the neurologist. And they told him, dude, no way. Like they tried to give him his license back. And like they were telling him he can go back to work. And this neurologist, like, you do not belong. Like, not only do you not supposed to have your driver's license, you're not supposed to be standing in the shower, there's like all this stuff. So this nurse practitioner was way off
Yeah.
and really set him back. So we were just praying on something, and God blessed them with uh some financial help that they were desperately needing today. Had to work the phones a little
Good.
bit today, but we were able to make it happen. And so yeah, it's just live stream is doing some really cool stuff.
I love it. I think it's cool. And I'm gonna be doing something here soon, and you might join me, you said?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. If you wanted
It's
to
just
call
good.
it, go ahead.
It's good. I kind of want to do that and have somebody to bounce off of, So
Yeah, if you want to
maybe
announce it, or you don't want to
switch it
hold
up.
off on it.
Well, I mean, I don't have a name for it yet, but I am gonna start doing lives for the Chronicles where it's got nothing to do with gear, nothing to do with YouTube. It's just about what's bothering us, whatever,
Yeah, life.
things that happen, how you get through it, coping, anything.
Yeah,
And I'm kind of I'm gonna come up with a good subject on the first one, and then feed off the chat and just say, listen, I want to know what you guys want to talk about the next time we do it. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it every week, but I am going to try to do it at least once or twice a month.
yeah.
For now.
I think that's good. I mean, for me, I don't care when, but for your workflow, bro, self care, man. You're
Yeah.
grinding every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're working your full-time job and live streaming every night. I'm like, how often is he going to want to do this? I mean, I'm with you till the end. I'm your ride or die here, but man, I'm worried about you overdoing it.
Yeah. Well, that's it, man. And I had a conversation with my boss today about some video work that I'm doing for them that, because I've gone a couple times out to different customers and filmed training videos, and I haven't gotten them finished yet. And he's like, where are you at with them? I'm like, listen, man, I don't work on these until I get home. And then sometimes I don't have time, but he
Yeah.
gave me the okay today to just work on them at work.
Awesome.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I'll do it there.
I was able to edit a video I'm working on now, going on Kevin's question, which mics are we using tonight? The mic I'm using tonight is one that I just did a review for today or yesterday, and I was editing it today, and I got done with all my stuff at the church early, and I was getting ready to leave, but we had some guys there doing some electrical work, and I didn't want to leave the ladies on the staff there alone, so I just sat in my office and edited my video while waiting for them to get done. I was done with my stuff. I was ready to go, but yeah, it's good.
So you're on the what are you on tonight?
I am on the Fifine K669D in a custom rig here.
Okay, what's custom?
So
that's
what I've done
see.
is, number one, the Fifine K669D does not the WS14 pop filter doesn't fit on it. It's too big, so it's loose. So I was able to get it on here nice and tight because what I did was, and you guys will be able to see the video, but since we're live streaming, you get an early peek. I took a Shure MV7 pop filter and I cut off the first. Where'd I do with it?
Dude, this is so weird. This is so weird. You finish your story and then I'm gonna show you something.
All right.
You didn't talk to me about this.
So I took my WS14 and then I cut the end of my MV7 pop filter and I stick it right inside. So let me just go ahead and take it off. You guys can see it here. I don't know if you can see it with my shirt. This is the worst shirt to have.
No, the mic just disappeared.
Yeah.
It was like poof.
All right.
There you go.
I don't know if you can see it. Can you see this little ring right here?
Yeah.
All right. So this here is a Shure MV7, just the front edge of it. So I cut off the front part of it. And then I slip that on right here because it just happens to fit right inside the
that
WS14. Perfect. Fits right in there nice and snug. And it's a perfect size spacer to fit right over top the K669D. But even then, it has a flat sound to it that I didn't like. So what I did was I cut the tip of the MV7, Shure MV7 pop filter, just the very top of it off. And I put that and I packed it in at the end to give it an extra layer.
So you put that tip part in there?
So I cut that off. Man, I thought I I cut 2 of them so I could talk about it tonight. I don't know what I did with them when I was cleaning my desk off, but anyway. So the thick SM7B pop
Yeah,
filter,
like
one of the
this.
reasons why it gives you this full sound is because it is super thick at the end. Super
Yeah.
thick. It's like that thick. It's insane. So I added extra padding to the WS14 by cutting up that MV7 pop filter. So now it fits on there nice and snug. It doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere. There's extra padding at the end, and it gives it this really deep sound. And this is the sound of this microphone now on the Rodecaster Duo SM7B profile with a setting that I'll have a link in my video that I'm posting tomorrow that I found from a channel that Tom Buck found called Home Studio Pro. And this guy is a former like live broadcasting sound engineer for TV studios and everything. And he had a setting for the SM7B that was just top notch that Tom uses. I love it. So I tried to use it on the K669D with all this stuff, and I come on this sound. And I absolutely love this. So I was like, dude, I got to make a video just in case anybody else has a K669D, because here's the thing. $37 mic, but this is what it's... Oh, hold on. Let's do this. Let's turn my processing off. This is what it sounds like out of the box. Real hot, but thin. So if you spend $37 on this, but you want to, like, you know, everybody else is getting all these cool colors to accessorize your mic. Well, what about the fine K669D? It's a great mic. I push it to anybody who asks.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can you do if you want to bling it up? So I've been trying to find ways for people who buy $37 mic to bling it up to make it look cool. So that's what I did. Like,
and now that fits.
And then turning the processing back on. This is what it sounds like with this processing.
Good. Yeah.
So I made a video about how to do that for the K669 guys. And this shock mount right here that you see was $7. So $37 for the mic. I got the price wrong in my video. I kept saying it was $97 for this whole setup. It's not even $97. $6 for the shock mount.
Yeah.
$20 for the pop filter. $7 for the Shure MV7 pop filter that you just chop up as your spacer and extra padding. And then the microphone itself. So it's like 37 plus 20, 57 plus 6. So you're at 63 plus 7. So 70. 63 plus 7. So yeah, $70 for this look. And I love it.
That's funny because tonight what I did was I mean, everybody can see what mic I'm using. I don't need to, you know, but I don't know if you've ever tried it, but all these wind pop filters that we have don't fit this. They're like big and baggy and they flop. This is not, you notice it's not moving.
Right.
I took here. Now you got, this is why I was laughing because I didn't know you did that. You didn't tell me nothing.
I was going to surprise you.
Inside, I took one of those little cheap ones and I cut half of it off.
Yep.
And it fits in here and takes up all that space. So now I can put one of these on this mic and it stays nice and still. So
look at it.
Yeah. And I don't know how it sounds to you guys, but it sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, so that's what I'm just trying to find ways for people. Like the K669D is such an awesome mic. It's built good. Like Fafine's not sponsoring this, although Fafine, fine. Thank you. They, you know, they're still doing a giveaway with us for this podcast, which I just love, and they're still doing it. They emailed me yesterday, said let us know about the next one. I'm like, man, you're gonna do it again? Love you guys. Anyway,
I'm thankful for them, period. Even though I've got nothing going on with them, they're not sending me nothing. I'm thankful for their products.
Yeah. It's good. Like for $37, they're giving people a microphone that sounds great, built like a $400 microphone. That kind of build quality, great sound, but it's like everybody's buying the $200 Rode PodMic USB just because they want to be able to put colored pop filters and Rode stuff, like all these color stuff. But you got to buy Rode stuff. You got to buy, you know, if you want, you know, they're coming out with the signature series in different colors. That's $170 mic. So if you want to like really bling up your microphone for your live stream, it seems like you really got to go spend premium stuff.
Right.
And it's like if I could just find a way for people to be able to bling up their K669D, how cool would
And
that
you're
be?
doing it.
And this is okay now, and it's not loose, it's not jiggly. Like this is tight. So $6 shock mount, $20 pop filter from Rode, and all I needed was a Shure MV7 pop filter for a spacer to make it thicker for this to fit. And because on top of that, because it's that pop filter, it's almost extra shock mount padding on this thing.
So you've got like a air gap in there, which is also helping.
Yeah, and now like handling noise before, like the K669D, when you actually touch the mic, like you'd hear all that. But now that I got all this stuff on here,
you can't. Yeah,
it's way quieter. But if I do anything on here, above the shock mount, above everything, you can hear every little tap. But with all this stuff on here, shock mount and everything, tapping it below, oh, you can still hear it now. It's gonna make a liar out of me, but just handling is way better.
Yeah, no, you can definitely tell. I'm gonna go through a little bit of these comments here.
Let's catch up.
Where was I last? Kevin says, "Yeah. I'll let you read that."
I really do love Clay's experimental, so live would be great. Absolutely, we're gonna do it.
What's up, Eric? I did see you commenting. We were talking. Everybody's doing all right. And Chris, yeah, good guess. I thought about blacking that out so nobody can tell, and then asking, "What's up, Steve-O?" Mike said earlier that your mic is on the way. So
yep, I sent my rep looking for Fine. That. Yep, sent my rep at Fine, your address and everything. He gave me the thumbs up. He's gonna send it to you. So it should be on the way here soon.
Eric, what's up, yo Cholo, and back to the retro.
The Broken Brain Show. I love that title. That's like my life. Yeah. The Broken Brain.
Yeah, he's got there's like a Facebook page, I guess.
Okay.
And then what he does on YouTube. Where else are we at? Yeah, it does. Well, they need some that fit it without having to do all kinds of alterations. They need some for the fine. I think they need to make every mic that comes out. They need to make these to fit it. They need to make something to fit it.
And these don't fit the toner. I think I tried. Let me go see. I moved my stuff around so I don't have to go so far. Where did I put it though? I don't know. I'll have to go look.
Yeah. But okay, so questions.
Yes. Okay, so my favorite color is blue or purple. I love the Tom Buck blue, but Tom Buck is just owning it. I feel like I'm just copying him if I just do blue stuff. So I love Detroit Lions blue.
Yeah.
So I've kind of gotten this purple phase right now. That's my favorite color.
That's I like purple with pink and black. So
but it doesn't matter. I even got the purple wrap.
You got some vinyl.
Yeah, the vinyl wrap. And so I finally spent money to do this, and now I'm going through this thing that I always say, like, I don't want to put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari. So I'm looking around like, which mic do I put it on?
Which one can I do?
But it's like, I don't want to ruin the mic. It's like,
do you have any doubles?
The Fine, I'm going to have some doubles here. But like like this one has the purple pop filter. So if I do purple for the SM6, is it too much? The Earthworks is what I really bought it for, to make the purple on the other end.
Oh yeah,
but I'm scared.
It comes off.
How easy though? That's what scares me.
A hair dryer and start pulling on it.
Really? Is it that easy?
I don't know, really. I'm just saying it.
Maybe Fire Engine Red, Chris was saying.
Where are we at?
That, speaking of Fire Engine Red, that's kind of in the works.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So hopefully, the first live stream after July 7th, you might see a fire engine red fine product. I won't say what it is. I don't want to spoil it. But yeah. And if you've been watching this podcast, the first week it happened, I couldn't help it. I spoiled it. But I'm trying not to now.
What's up, Chad? Chad just entered the chat.
But
How you doing, man?
I'm really hoping to. I want to order another K669D and wrap it in purple. That's what I got the vinyl wrap for. And then I'd like to get one in like that electric blue that we've kind of got in our backgrounds.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool too.
You can do, dude, when you go vinyls, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't know if you answered. Did you answer? Did you find out if you can say the name of the camera?
Yeah. So I haven't. I'm going to do the review
You wait
next
until
week
after
now
that?
because I completely forgot about that. Let me bring it up here. And I absolutely love it. In fact, it's kind of like what my wife did to me when me and you were on the live stream, and she was looking at my camera that costs $1,300 for everything, and your cell phone, and she says, Clay's picture looks better than yours. Why'd you spend so much on this camera?
You're like,
So I'm just gonna say this camera the image is so much better than the $500 OBSBot Tail Air. And it is by OBSBot. I can say it now because it's on their live stream. So I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to share it.
So the camera is an OBSBot.
It is an OBSBot camera that is now $170. Let's see here. I'm trying to click on it. It doesn't have a price on it, though. So I might have just said something. Shouldn't have said yet. Okay, so let me screen share this here. Share this tab instead. Here we go.
Pop it in there.
This is the camera, and this is on their website, so they can't yell at me. They broke their embargo first if this is wrong. So it's the OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite. So if you guys have known on this channel, I've been using the OBSBot Tiny 2, which is a $300 PTZ camera. It has face tracking, sound, like voice recognition. You could tell it to do stuff, hand gestures. This one is stripped down to people like me who just want a cool portable camera that you could, you can activate tracking if you want to do like if you're doing a small shot like this where the box is small and you're trying to stay tight and you want to make sure you stay in the frame as you're moving around, it can do that. But it's stripped down to the basics of 4K image, awesome image, but no like voice gestures, none of that other fancy stuff. It's just got AI tracking and 4K camera, and you could still use the app with it. So it's everything that I use and nothing of this other junk that they put in the.
And what did you say the price was?
They haven't officially said it, but they told me when I asked that they're going to be going probably roughly $179. And I'm just going to say right now, the sensor is a little bit smaller than the OBSBot Tiny 2, but if you go to, I can say this now, if you go to my other channel, Coffee at the Cross, and watch one of those live streams, my father-in-law is the one that has the OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite, and it's the best image out of all four of us. And all of us are using OBSBot cameras. So I use all four.
Everybody is?
Yeah, I got OBSBot webcams for everybody as an experiment for this month to do in the video where he's using the Tiny 2 Lite. I'm using the Tail Air, the $500 one. My wife is using the OBSBot Meet 4K, which is the $145 one. And then my mother-in-law has the OBSBot Tiny 2, which is $329. And I have the worst picture out of everybody, and it's like $500 camera. It's not a bad
that stinks.
picture.
Yeah, that's no fun.
It's not a bad picture. It's just it's a little hazy compared to the Tiny 2. The Tiny 2 has got great color. Yeah. It's sharp. It's clean. And $179. It's just like that would be my forever cam for live streaming.
Is it on? I tried posting a link for it, and it didn't show up. And then Chris says that it's on Amazon.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Okay, so OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite AI powered PTZ webcam, $179. So it's everything that's good about the Osbot Tiny 2. The sensor's a little bit smaller, but the image to me is better. The colors are great. The image is sharper.
Yeah, well, we haven't got to see it, so
So, and I should have brought, now if I'd known that, I'd have live
Osbot
streamed with
Tiny
it tonight.
2 Lite, right?
Yep,
You could have done
Osbot
it.
Tiny 2 Lite, AI powered PTZ 4K
There we
webcam.
go. I did find the Amazon one.
Here, let me put a link in there.
I'm doing it right now. Throwing it on the chat.
Yeah, let me throw my Amazon affiliate link in there.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Bring it in here. Wow, I totally dropped the ball. See, that's how crazy this week was. I should have had that posted today. It's gonna be a crazy weekend. I got so much stuff to review next week because Amazon Prime Day is coming.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's our discussion topic.
All right, I was about Tiny.
We're 45 minutes into it. We ain't even started that.
I love these shows where we don't even get to our topic. All right, so I'm going to post my affiliate link. This is like, you're not going to pay anything less or anything more. It just Amazon throws a little love my way. There we go.
Oh,
and I love it. This is by far, just saying, this is my favorite webcam of the three. Like the Osbot Tiny 2 at 329 can do more stuff: voice activation, whiteboard tracking, like object and animal tracking, and all this other stuff. I use none of that. It's got more features. I don't use any of that stuff.
I probably wouldn't either.
But for me, I'm not kidding. Like if I was starting a live stream, for my live stream, I would much rather, and I'm going to switch to this starting next week, because where my camera is sitting above my monitor right here. Let me take this thing down. Oh, that's not fair. There we go. So my camera's like sitting up here above the screen, so I'm always looking at the monitor. It looks like I'm looking down. I want to be able, like, you've got a setup where your camera is like right in front of your monitor.
I'm close. Phone. Yeah.
So yours looks like a way better job of looking at the audience when you're talking. I want to be able to put this webcam, Tiny 2 Lite, because it's it's only about yay big. Mm-hmm. I can put that right there in front of my monitor, where we're at,
just and dangle it down on a boom arm or
So I want to switch to that, because even if I use my phone, it's still a big chunky thing. But this thing is literally, I mean, it's
small.
It's small. It's like it's.
Can you mount it inverted?
Yeah, you can do it upside down. I actually, for one live stream, I had it on one of my camera mounts on my ceiling upside down.
Because I'm sure it's got a mount on the bottom, like a screw, like the 1/4 inch.
Yeah. Yep. So, and that's another thing. The Osbot Tiny 2 has a magnetic piece on the bottom where it can charge through a magnet or something, but this one doesn't. So it's stripped down, but it's got the threaded 1/4 inch mount on the bottom, which I prefer.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
Put it on a small tripod, put it right in front of my monitor, and it's like having the Elgato prompter.
Yeah,
where you can see the lens, and it's the same thing. It's the camera.
That's why I hang this down in front of my monitor, because when I make my videos, I tend to look at it more. But I can put, like, if I'm doing a recording, I can put my face right behind my camera, and then I don't see my face, and I'll just look right at the camera, and it's perfect.
Yeah, I love it. So next week I will be live streaming with this from now on. It'll be my Friday night live stream camera. Of all the cameras I got, and I've got webcams all over the place. This is my favorite one by far.
I don't know if you did this or not. Know Your Joe's asking if you can explain the differences between the 2 and the Lite. Did you?
Yeah, so like the 2 again has voice recognition on it. Like the Osbot Tiny 2, you can say zoom in Tiny and it'll zoom in. Zoom out Tiny. Track me Tiny. Stop tracking Tiny. Go to sleep Tiny. Yeah, on the 2. So you can do voice activation. You can do some other stuff. Again, it's got a magnet on the bottom so you can charge it. or I forgot what it's got, some kind of like computer chip thing on the bottom where you can connect it. But this one doesn't have that. I've got it on my Google Docs, the differences between the two. I wrote it down for my review. Let me see if I can find it. Mastermind. That's another video I got to make. SRT protocol. Yikes. I'm so far behind.
I hear you.
I can't find it. And it's got a bigger sensor on it, which just blows my mind. Like I should have a better. The picture shouldn't be better to me. Here, let me bring up a screenshot of my live stream on YouTube so you can see the 4 images together here. Switch channel. All right, let's do that. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. Let's see here. Live. All right. All right, here we go. Yep. All right, so I'm going to freeze this shot. Oh, that's a good freeze shot of me. That's not good, but we're going to do it anyway. So here are the 4 cameras. Let me make it bigger here. So of these 4 images right here for our Coffee at the Cross live stream, I have the most expensive webcam, but I look so dull.
You look hazy.
Hazy, exactly. And that's the $500 Tail Air. My wife has the ObsBot Meet 4K, which is the cheapest. My mother-in-law, which is to my left right here, she has the ObsBot Tiny 2, and there is my father-in-law above me, and that is the ObsBot Tiny 2 Lite.
Dude, I was just going to ask.
Image compared to
it
everybody
looks
else's.
Great. His image looks great. It looks like a professional camera.
Yeah. All the other ones are great, but like that is amazing to me.
Yeah, his is really good.
Yeah. So it picks up more color. It's crystal clear. There's no haziness. It's crisp.
As Kevin's been saying, now I'm curious. The 2 of these compared, the Tiny 2 Lite and the one that he's got, the E-Meet. It's the he needs to say what it is. It's something 800. I can't remember.
Oh yeah. I love that one too.
It's a good camera.
See if I can. Yeah. So like, look in there.
What's up, Joe?
That's just blows my mind.
Yeah. His image is like crystal clear.
And mine should be the best image out of all of them, and it is the worst. And it is like that webcam below is literally almost $400 more expensive. No, $179. My math is terrible. $300 more expensive,
right,
than his. So $179. Look at the colors. It's just.
So it's the.
So yeah, looking at this image here on the left, it's the ObsBot Tiny 2 Lite, and on the right, his wife, that's the ObsBot Tiny 2. Look at, even though you can see a little more color in the ObsBot Tiny 2 with the palette wood behind him or her face is not as crystal clear as his.
No.
So again, it's a better webcam that there's vibrant colors, but it really excels in that face area.
I like their mics, the ladies.
Yeah. The only way we can get them on there is to give them pink mics. So
give them some flair.
Yeah. So that was a couple weeks ago. Now this week they both had let me get this back there. There we go. So this week they both had fine K688s. They like those.
Yeah.
So, but I want to have everybody using a K669D. Just because I love that. I just love this mic, and they don't like the big microphones in their face.
Yeah.
So how do you get a smaller mic?
You're using. You're gonna start using there, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna switch from these microphones because they don't like how big they are in front of their face. They want a smaller mic with a good sound. K669D, baby. So
It's a
I
good
am
mic, dude.
stocking
There's
up.
no. I haven't used mine steadily in a little while, but it's because I bought a few more. But I still love it. It's still my favorite.
Yeah. So I've used this live stream as my guinea pig for the webcams for the last month to try and here's
Yeah,
the whole lineup, and for
just to get some
179 it's
experience with them, and
yeah, and I've been trying to build this studio over there as we go, and it's a work. Like I have no time to go over there and put that together. So my wife had that terrible background.
Chris,
I
do we need to
walked in
just
there.
paint 2K669Ds for them?
Yeah. Oh, dude, if I hit there you go.
Could do that.
Oh man, 2 vinyl pink wraps on there. I'd be golden.
And a white pop filter.
Yeah. I got the wrong color.
Yeah.
Good,
No, it's
great call, Chris. Because that's the only way I got them to go on was I got my wife white and pink headphones to match a white and pink fine
yep.
K688. My mother-in-law has the white, and that one, the color's so off that looks peach, not pink, and it's a pink pop filter.
Right. I
So
knew
you
it
could
was
tell
pink,
the color
but
is
yeah.
off.
Yep.
So, and then
Yeah, I'm
my
amazed
father-in-law,
looking
I
at
put him
that how
on.
hazy you are compared to the rest of them.
Yeah. Frustrating. And I've tinkered with it. Like they're all on auto setting. Like for them, it's all AI or just auto exposure. For me, I went off auto exposure to try and get me close to him.
To dial it in.
I can't
Yeah.
get there. I can't get there. If I do sharpness, if I add
You
sharpness to
got
it
further.
looks fake.
You didn't
Yeah.
get closer.
So anyway, yeah, that's the new webcam, and I'm telling you guys, it is awesome. I'm just saying this straight up. If someone said, "All right, I want to get an ObsBot webcam, which one should I get?" I would tell everybody, unless you want to get fancy, if you just want to plug this thing in and live stream with it, the Tiny 2 is the total package. Great
Right.
price, and it's so easy to use. It's plug and play. You literally plug it in, and the computer recognizes it.
So, what do we want to get into? Your main subject tonight. You said Prime Day.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. We got 1 minute to go. What are we going to talk about?
Keeping us on task.
Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about. We've got some content creators in here. Like for me, July is very stressful because it's Amazon Prime Day, which I believe is the 14th through the 16th. And just curious what everybody's approach is in the comments to Amazon Prime Day. Do you just like get stuff early and bang it out, which is what I totally dropped the ball on as we're listening to this podcast to have all this stuff ready for Prime Day, and I'm just realizing I'm so not ready. But yeah, for me, it's just like what I personally do for Amazon Prime Day is I just the day of, I'll just go through and scroll through my favorite gear that I happen to have in the studio to see what's on sale. And then I just bang out a video where I literally, bark is like I avoid it.
I avoid it like the plague.
Yeah. So it's for me, what I did last year, what I'm going to do this year is I'm just literally, there's a couple of things that have been sent to me that they want me to make a video for Prime Day. There's a couple things. So there's 2 things. So I got to make those before the 14th, 2 videos, just real quick, nothing crazy. The ones that I agreed to, something I know I could bang out in a day, but I just kind of go through my studio stuff I really like, see what's on sale, throw it all in one quick video. I do a bark style. I'm not going to roll out the B-roll. I'm just going to throw it out there, have some fun while I'm doing it. Try to get it all in like one shot.
Do it on a park bench with.
Yep. Oh, I know. I want to do that so bad.
Creepy people in the background.
I want to do that so bad, but Bark has like his Bark in the park thing is so cool. I'm like, I don't want to steal his thunder at all.
No,
like he's got an awesome thing.
He's got that.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not gonna do it.
I think it's cool because when he does it, he sounds good. That's like the worst environment to be in is outdoors with these microphones, and he always sounds pretty top notch.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it just always sounds good.
Sounds great for outside.
At a park bench.
Yeah, people are spending thousands of dollars on sound treatment, acoustic treatment in their
studios. He's got none.
He walks outside where the birds, the bees, the lawnmowers, the people murdering people, 2 blocks down, stabbing somebody,
canopy covered picnic tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it sounds so crisp and clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yep.
did. So for me, I think all I did was just go through all my gear that I liked that was on sale. That was it. There was nothing new. It was all it wasn't a
There's your
Prime Day special is what I would say. It was stuff that you kind of
there's your
oh, I'm
you've
gonna
got the
call it
green light.
the Bark in the Park special. I'll label it the Bark in the Park podcast, syndicated by Bark in the Park Network.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Prime Day specials, I don't feel like they're Prime Day specials. Like the Fine K688 is on sale again for $58. Like that'll be the
Yeah.
Prime Day special, but
Yep.
it's not exclusive to Prime Day. Like just wait 3 more weeks, it'll be on sale again.
Right.
So yeah, it's just
I've been noticing a lot of sales on stuff like this. And is that going to affect things like Prime Day? Is it going to affect those prices where they're not really going to be that cheap?
Yeah, and that's what I worry about because one of the things that was sent to me was, "Hey, we would Prime Day is coming up. Is there anything in our lineup that you would like to make a video for Prime Day?" And I went through their lineup. I got the Christmas shop on their lineup with something that I would like to review. They're like literally open book. So I was like, "Oh, I'll review that because that's actually something that I'm interested in for me. Forget about Prime Day. I just like that. I'll review it for Prime Day." I never
Yeah.
thought to ask the question, will it be on sale for Prime Day? Like,
Right.
so I don't know if I dropped the ball on that one. I just wasn't thinking ahead. So I said, yeah, send it to me. So I'm going to make a video review of it. And I hope they put it on sale because it is a pricey thing, but I love it. I
Yeah.
love that it does it. And it's not, I'll say what the product is, because it's been out for a year, but it's the HDMI adapter that you could plug into the OBSBot cameras to use it
Yeah.
as a capture card. And what I wanted to do is the reason why I did this is because I've actually had 3 people ask me this within the real world, not YouTube network, but real world.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I know you do a show. Is there any way that I could do a multiple person podcast using multiple webcams, like in one room? I'm like, if you plug in 4 webcams to one computer, you're really going to bog stuff down. You really need
Yeah.
capture cards in order to maximize if you're going to have 4 cameras. So OBSBot creates this thing where you can use this adapter where you could plug your OBSBot webcams into this and then send it out to a switcher, an ATEM Mini, capture cards like
Yeah.
the Elgato capture cards on the back of towers. You could plug 4 of them into that, so it converts it to an HDMI, straight HDMI out, or you could
Yeah.
connect that to a capture card on top of it. But at the very least, it solved that problem that I've been asked a couple of times, and I've always said, no, not really. And I have an HDMI 4x4 switcher in here in my studio that I rarely get to use because it converts everything to 1080. And it's not as convenient as the ATEM Pro, which is just, everybody uses those. You just push a button, it goes from one to the other. This one is like,
How many can you hook up on those?
this one I can hook up 4 different resources and I can send them out to 4 different destinations. So it's like ATEM Mini, you can hook up 4 things to send it to one, I think. This is a professional HDMI switcher that we used to use in my church. We upgraded. This one still worked. It had some problems every now and then, and I just took it home and tinkered with it. So it's like I want to be able to use that to hook up 4 webcams in my studio, or this podcast I'm doing on Tuesday nights. I've kind of done a workaround, cheating.
Yeah.
With EV Mux, you got to pay to have multiple cameras.
Right.
So how did I work around this? I have all 4 of us in the same studio, and I send each person has a laptop on their desk. I send each one of them a link to the EV Mux show. So they all have a webcam hooked up to their individual computer. So they're all in the same room, but they're all guests. But yet the audio all goes into my PodTrack P4. All the mics are hooked up to that into my camera. So all the audio comes through my box in the bottom left-hand corner. They don't have any microphone or anything hooked up to their laptops. All the audio is sent to my computer. and we run the show through that. But all the video cameras here are run to their individual laptops, and they're logged in as guests. I would like to be able to have a switcher, hook up 4 webcams to one device like this, and be able to just like push
Go
a
back
button
and
to
forth,
go from
yeah.
one person to the next to the next. Anyway,
can I take a moment to
Yeah.
acknowledge Kevin's comment?
Get a bicycle or do Mike on a bike.
Mike on a bike.
I've done Mike on a lawnmower.
It's killing me to
Mark
watch.
has seen that one.
What'd you do? You did one on a lawnmower?
I did a review from a lawnmower.
Oh, wow.
The Mayano PD 200X. I was so high on that thing when it first come out because it was so different. Everything else had that V-shape EQ for a while, and I was getting bored with it. It was just kind of a lot of everything. Everything had the same EQ, and it was just different. It was mid-forward, and I'm like, oh, different sound, new and exciting, and I was so high on it. And I was like, I need to find a con for this microphone. And I couldn't really find one for $70. Great microphone, USB, XLR, not great, really good for the price. Had the companion app. Like, man, I can't really knock it for $70 with all the stuff they're throwing at you, all these features, but I want to have a con. So I was like, noise rejection. How can I make this thing sound bad? So I ran outside, jumped on my lawnmower, and there I am in my backyard with all my neighbors on their decks because I live in town and we're like, Baltimore side-by-side house streets,
Yeah.
We're all tight. So I'm riding through my backyard, which like all of our yards are connected. There's no fences. And I cut everybody's yard because I love to cut grass. So I just like go right down the street, 1 yard
It's
to
like
the
the
next.
lawnmower man.
Yeah, I'm lawnmower man. So I'm out backyard, and I'm literally going across all their yards of the backyard, holding up a iPad as my camera and the microphone in the other, steering the lawnmower with my knee. And I'm like, the only con I really have on this microphone is the noise rejection while trying to live stream while cutting grass is terrible on this thing.
That nobody ever does.
That nobody ever does. And then what does Bart say? Bart goes in the comments. He says, I don't know, Mike. Sounded like it did a pretty good job cutting out that lawnmower to me. I'm like, come on.
Good evening, Lori. How are you?
Good evening.
You've seen her recently, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Yeah.
On a lawnmower.
I sit there. There's my father-in-law, who's my neighbor, sitting on the porch. He's like,
what
is Mikey doing?
What's he?
He's losing it. This YouTube thing has gone a little too far. So yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it's just some of this craziest stuff. I guess we'll pivot to that because the Amazon Prime Day. I just really it's just not going to be. I don't think it's going to be special. But
we're going to find out.
What's the craziest? What's the crazy? I really want to know this now before we got a few more. We got a couple more minutes. But what's the craziest thing anybody ever did on one of their videos for review? Just like if someone were watching you, if there was like a video security feed in your studio with no audio whatsoever, just watching, what would they do?
I don't think I have anything. I don't think I've got anything crazy.
No.
But then again, I got
studio, anything.
I got a terrible memory too, because you had asked me last week. We were talking about, I think it was last week. We were talking about things that we've hijacked basically from other people, and then like kind of put our own yoink and twist.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't take anything, and I did, and I just can't remember who I got it from. And it's where Kevin brought it up today, where I about 3 minutes in, I'll put in, a separate little clip that's asking people to, hit the like button, blah, 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 blah. And he said he stole that from me. And I was like, you know what? I stole that from somebody else. I don't remember who.
Yeah. Try to say it's an original idea. No, I stole that one too.
Yep.
Paying it forward. We just keep stealing away.
Yeah, but it's all right. We're just putting our own yoink and twist on it.
Man. So yeah, I'd have to say the two funniest things I ever did was
craziest things,
the lawnmower, and the other one was I was doing a video review of the Deity V-Mic D4 shotgun mic, and I was walking down the sidewalk with it in my hand and I tripped and like stop, drop and roll recovery while walking down the sidewalk right in front of people sitting on their porch, just enjoying the weather. And here I am going down the street. And this is just so here I am on the Deity V-Mic D4 walking down the sidewalk. Go on, roll.
You went for
stand back up. I'm okay. We're good. Dust
just
it
keep
off,
on going.
nothing, keep
And
on
this is what
going.
happens when it falls. This is the fall rejection.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Has anybody, let's see, has anybody said anything crazy?
Yeah, what we got?
Oh, I do remember this. That was awful watching this. They did the one chip challenge.
Yeah. Oof.
Felix disappeared. There was 4 of them. I think it was 4 of them on the screen, 3 or 4. He just got up out of his chair and left. Like, I was like, where'd he go?
I have done the Nitro Gummy Bear Challenge twice. And the first time is on YouTube. And it was before I got into YouTube. I was trying to record it on an iPad. The video quality was not the best.
Yeah.
But you can see and hear all. I'm going to put a link so everybody can enjoy this. It's on my personal YouTube channel that it's for me. There's nothing there. I got 5 subscribers on this thing, but I just use it for whatever. Let me post the link so y'all can enjoy in my shame. I had snot running down my nose. We were cramming ice cream. We even used cinnamon, like powdered cinnamon to try. And we started choking on the cinnamon.
I've never done that, but I've heard it's awful.
It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I swear it was terrible. Let's see here. Nitro Gummy Bear. Let's see if I can find it. Please find it. There it is. All right. I'm sharing the link now.
That's probably where I got it, Chris. I might have got it from him.
What was that?
Chris said that Graham Cochran does that thing that I was talking about with the 3 minutes in. That's probably where I got it from.
That's the thumbnail.
Oh, good Lord.
Let's just say before the video was over, my teammate was puking in the sink behind me. That's in my kitchen.
And this is the one chip, or
this is the Nitro Gummy Bear.
Okay. You got goggles on.
We waited 5 minutes before we could do any kind of relief. Look at my face. It is so red.
You're red. Yeah.
Oh, do you want audio?
Yes. I can't hear it, but
you can't hear it?
Just barely. And this is so it's like loaded with extra cinnamon.
No. It's 900 jalapeno peppers.
Oh, and a gummy bear.
And that was hot soda too. We tortured.
Hey, you should look out there. Oop. Whipped cream. His mouth looks like it's all tore up. Like he's all misshapen. And did that help?
No.
No.
Everything that you put in your mouth, it made it
worse.
Spicy.
I had some Chinese food one time, and some Chinese pepper that they used did that to me. Everything, I couldn't even finish my meal. And then when I tried to eat later on, everything just got hotter again. Anything.
It gets worse. He ends up getting sick in my sink. My wife had no idea we were doing it. Like, she knew we were doing it, but she had no idea, like, he was throwing up in her sink. Look at the stuff hanging from. Don't focus too hard on my nose. There's stuff just like hanging like icicles.
You don't even care though. You're just like,
No.
ah.
It's the equivalent of 900 jalapeno peppers.
Careful.
It just didn't help either.
Oh, he's dribbling it all. So, was anybody drooling?
Me. I had snot coming out my nose.
Oh
I
man.
got stuff hanging down my. You lose control of all body functions. Whatever we did, it just made that spicy.
Look at your face. Oh, so cinnamon's supposed to cool it down?
I was trying anything. I just thought
what the heck?
you just want to start putting stuff in there to put it out.
Poofing it out there. Oh, Felix. No.
I'll do it.
No, I don't want to do that, man. I'm scared. I'm scared.
It's better. It's easy. It's not as bad as the gummy bear, so I have no problem doing it.
All right, maybe.
Look at the stuff hanging from my nose. It's disgusting.
I can see it.
You don't care.
Yeah, no,
you just want to die.
I'm gonna gag.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Yeah. Oh, is he over there puking? Whose idea was this? Peanut butter?
And my wife.
You seem to handle it pretty good. You're just having fun eating all this stuff.
Yeah.
Run the water. You got a garbage disposal? I'm surprised you didn't get sick just from eating so much. Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't think the sound's playing. Yeah. Kevin said you can see on camera the minute Felix's soul left his body.
Yep.
I'm
telling you.
It was so bad watching him. I was like, oh my God, he just disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah, this was us. We had everything lined up.
Oh. This is beforehand?
This is us taking the gummy bear.
Oh, it's just a small gummy bear?
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. It's the size of a normal gummy bear with 900 jalapeno peppers inside it. The moment of despair when it kicks in. Right there.
Oh, there it goes. Whoa.
I get the hiccups.
It
Your
wrecked
body just
him,
goes in
man.
self-defense mode, man. It just like
You just
hiccups.
kind of, yeah, you just start reacting. I'm gonna this person Cabby Sports.
Yeah.
Do you recommend using an iPhone as a webcam for streaming with EpoCam? This is an iPhone right here, and I use it for everything, and nobody's ever even really known until I told them. So, yes,
I know. And
I do recommend it.
My wife saw his camera and looked at mine.
Yeah, she was like, "You paid what, and he's got what?"
Yeah. She's like, his looks better. How much did you pay for yours? $1,300. And his is his camp. You have a phone.
Yeah, you pay for your phone, so I mean, but yes, I recommend using an iPhone. It works great.
Perfect.
Yep.
Great. Absolutely. And it's so much easier to use now. Like OBS just has this thing where it just automatically, as soon as you open OBS, it connects.
Yep. It's the continuity camera feature plugs.
Yeah.
I mean, not plugs in, but it just works.
Now you have multiple Apple computers, right? You have a laptop and another laptop, or no?
No, I've just got the one laptop.
Okay.
Why were you wondering?
Yeah, because it automatically latches onto my Mac Mini, but when I open up my MacBook Pro, it doesn't do it. And I just did the update to that. So I'm like, is it like a Apple phone where like you attach your AirPods to this phone and it sticks to that one?
It'll gravitate towards that one. Yeah. So like, I guess a good example for that would be I have two phones. Currently, I've only got one because of my little situation I talked to you about. My work is holding on to my work phone for now.
Gotcha.
But I had it set up with my iPhone 13 Pro, which is what I'm using now. And I had to, once you hook up another one, it'll stop using the one. So that's basically what you were experiencing.
Gotcha.
And then once you take that one out and remove it and then set up the other one, then it'll gravitate towards that one.
Yeah, I have to do that because I really want it to work. It's nice that it works with my Mac Mini, but I've got webcams. I got all this stuff. I would love for my iPhone to be connected to my MacBook because, again, I'm mobile with that one. I'm all over the place with that. My phone's already there. I could just live stream with that thing no matter where I'm at.
So try this. You said it's hooked up to your Mac Mini?
Yeah.
And you want to hook it up to the MacBook?
Yes.
Shut the Mac Mini down and then set it up on the MacBook.
Oh.
And then you'll be all right. Then you can fire up the Mac Mini again.
Oh, maybe that's it. Because I've closed the OBS on here, but I've never shut my Mac Mini down.
Yeah, just shut it down. That way it won't even have the opportunity. And then your MacBook Pro will hook up to it. And now it'll gain those custodial rights.
Gotcha. Because I have a different Apple ID on my MacBook. So they're not the same.
So correct.
Okay.
So you'd have to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious because that's where I really want to be able to use it.
Why do you have a different? Is it because one's for the church and one's with you?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And I try to keep them separate because if I'm like the church, I'm all over the place. If I want to be able to edit here or there, I've got it there. Where my Mac Mini is just my level up stuff, but my church one, I try to keep just the church stuff on there.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, that's what I would suggest.
Sweet.
What else do we got here? The Scoville, or what is that?
Scoville. The Scoville is the unit of measurements of the hotness. The Scoville organoleptic test. Or
that's the word I was trying. Organoleptic.
I don't know. It felt like hell. That's all I can say.
It was. Let's hell in your mouth.
So yeah, someone just like opened you up and tucked hell right inside you and then buttoned it up and left it in there and you're burning from the inside out. And let me tell you something. It burns the next day, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't
like
know that could burn. I didn't know that could
going
be
out, you
burning
mean?
too.
You
Yeah.
burned.
I was like, it feels just as bad on the other side as it did this side. Like, ah, you're
Okay.
screaming in the bathroom, hot, hot.
Yeah. Milk helps, but I've heard that it doesn't actually help. It helps for the moment, like
Yeah, yep.
that instant
In the
moment.
moment, it helps, but
Yeah.
unless you can drink constantly for 2 hours, it won't work. It'll work while it's going
Yeah.
down. Peanut butter was the one that worked the best for me. Peanut butter,
Yep.
because it sticks.
I've never heard of peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter was the one that I was able to use the best.
Hmm. That's interesting. I seen you eating a lot of it in that video. I just never even knew that was a thing.
Just don't do the cinnamon. That was the worst. It just became a thick layer of hotness. Like,
Yeah.
it's just touching that
Ah.
stuff. If you touch
Yeah.
something else with it, it becomes hot. Like we touched the gummy bears and then we touched the ice cream and put the ice cream in our mouth, and the ice cream was hot just from touching. It's crazy.
But that's exactly what happened with me. I had Chinese years ago, and there was some pepper in there. I thought it was,
Yeah.
you know, those, not a green bean, but is it a wax bean? Looks like a green bean, but it's like white or clear or yellowish. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those, and it wasn't. It was some sort of Asian pepper. And I ate that thing, and it wrecked me. I was like my second bite of the meal, and I was wrecked. And my kid felt so bad for me. He was giving me his chicken nuggets because I couldn't eat. And he's like, "Here, Dad, eat these, eat these." I took a bite of his chicken nugget. My mouth lit right back up. I was like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah. We should do the chip challenge. We should do it.
I'm so
Do it.
scared.
We should do it.
I'm so scared. Oh, look, all right. Well, that's annoying.
What was that?
I posted a link for that thing, and it was like before you had brought up your
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
With your
I
affiliate
see
link, it didn't post, and now it's here in the comments now.
I posted it too.
I know, but I think
Oh.
yours was way back up here.
Oh God.
But
I
whatever.
gotcha.
Whichever. So I'm just looking through here. iPhone batteries. Yeah. No, it doesn't damage the battery. This Cabby Sports is asking if it damages the battery. No. Mine, I hook it up every night. When I do this, I plug it in so that I don't got to worry about the battery dying. But that's it. Other than that, no, there's no problem. This is one of the smoothest, seamless things I've ever done to record myself.
And it's got reach. Like, I'll forget that I'm like, sometimes I'll step out of the studio to go get a drink or eat something, get distracted. So OBS is still up, and I go into my
you mean like,
bedroom.
yeah, like how far you can go away from the.
I'll be in my bedroom and I'll hear a ding, and I look, and it's connected
Yeah.
to my computer on the floor above me.
Same thing happens
through
here.
a floor. I was like, dude, this is like better than
I have to make
NDI and SDI and SRT and all that stuff. Like, this is crazy.
I have to make sure I shut off my OBS.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, I'll go downstairs and the same thing.
Drain your battery.
That noise.
That's where it comes into play for battery. Like, if you forget to shut it off and you're not paying attention to your phone, it could connect inside your house.
If you're not connected, it'll kill your battery, but not like it's not gonna ruin the battery.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And just drain it, like he said. Nope, it doesn't get hot. He's asking if it gets hot. Nope. It's telling you, it's one of the smoothest things I've ever done.
And I've been using it. Like, when we talk before, I'm showing my setup or something, I use the iPhone for my, like, if I want to do a quick move in my camera around the studio. That's what I go to now that you showed me how to do it with the virtual stuff.
Yeah. It's mint. Do you think the audio and video on the Google Pixel 8 Pro I use for streaming, do I think it's good? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen his streams, but it's great. He's out there in the dark and everything, and you can see him perfectly. Google Pixels have good cameras as well.
I think they're known for their cameras, aren't they? Is that the one where the camera's like the crazy camera on there?
Yeah, I don't know which
it's
number.
More of a camera than a cell phone, but it's like a camera that happens to make phone calls.
I don't remember which Pixel, but yes, I remember that being a thing with Pixels.
Yeah.
Google Pixels are really good phones. I'm not into Android anymore, but I used to be.
Me
And
neither.
OnePlus makes really good phones. Google Pixel. Let's see. Where else are we at?
I think I was BlackBerry, then the Galaxy, and then I went to iPhone after that.
You had a BlackBerry? I had a Nextel. I used to have Nextel at work. You know, all the work phone. Everybody had Nextels.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking what lighting we're using.
Oh.
He knows what I'm using. I'm using the same thing I use every week. So I don't ever change it.
I am using and I want to make a video about this. It's still in the box. Like I bought another one to review that's in my setup. I'm using a Releno 80-watt softbox over here. That's like $80, and it's a studio light with a softbox on it. So it's a 24-inch by 24-inch softbox with the studio light on it, battery operated. You can plug it in, or you could run it off a NP 550 battery, like a camera battery.
Nice.
So it can be plugged or unplugged. I have a I don't know what I did with it. I have a small rig studio light that was like $300, I think it was. This was $80, and I use this over my small rig just because it's battery operated. My small rig isn't. So if the power goes out or something, I can still live stream for a few more minutes, at least sign off or something. But I use this. So I try to do budget. Like I have more expensive stuff I use for my professional video stuff, social media commercials. For live streaming, Releno, $80 softbox light. I have another Releno LED panel light over here with a small, like $30 softbox grid on it. Let's see if I can point the camera at it. So
oh yeah, you can see it. Yep.
And it's basically it's the same size as an Elgato key light for $200. I paid $55 for that LED panel.
That's not
and
bad.
$27 for the softbox. And then behind me up here, that light is a small rig panel light, which also can run off a camera battery. So you can plug it in and run it off a camera battery. That is, oh, I'm sorry. That's the Releno panel light for $55. This is the small rig that you were looking at here. That's $46 for that LED panel light, which is my other light here. So everything is budget in here, intentionally budget. So where is it? I got a box of it. It's here. Hold on. This guy right here. It's on Amazon right now for like $40-some.
That's not bad.
It's a 10-inch panel light. You can plug an NP 550 battery in there, and it can run for like 2 hours off battery power.
It's kind of like what I've got, except mine are just USB plug-in.
Yeah, you could do USB or battery.
Yeah,
which is
and
what
they're
I
not.
use.
Mine aren't that big.
And I got this one to go there because that one has an internal built-in battery. So when it's charged, if I flip my switch over here, my power block that I have individual switches for each plug, when I flip those off, each light goes off. So if I just reach forward to shut everything off for the night.
Oh, nice.
But you notice when I turned all these lights off, that thing stayed on because there's a built-in battery. So I have to physically turn that off.
Yeah.
So I got this to replace that because this one is an external battery. External. I want that there. So when I flip that switch off, that light goes off.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper. Like it's cheaper than that one. And I use that one for I have my two main lights. I got a 24-inch softbox here and a 12-inch, like a 10 to 12-inch softbox here. And those are my two main lights. And together, $100 and some odd.
Yeah.
Everybody pays that for one Elgato key light.
I'm not even there. I'm at $30.
Yeah. And I've got an Elgato key light Air over here mounted on the ceiling. That was $100. And it's not even on. Like I just have it as a fill light for the side if it gets, when I want to light up the background a little bit.
Fireworks in our town. They're doing fireworks tonight, and you can't hear it, I guess.
But yeah, I'm telling, if you want a budget option to the Elgato key lights that are out there, Relano and Small Rig, they're just Small Rig is a great company.
I kind of want that.
Yeah,
I want to see if it's any better than what I've got. I like that,
and it's got a button on the back. I'll open it up real quick on here. I didn't even open it yet because I wanted to make a video review on it.
If I like that one enough, I can replace this one, and then I can use this one as a hair light.
Let's see, I gotta open it up. What a special treat you guys get. I was saving this for a video review to do on my own because I love this light so much. We're gonna unbox it live for you guys so you can see it. So open this thing up.
Oh, you haven't even taken this one out yet?
No. Like I said, I bought it to go up there, but I didn't want to swap it out till I made a video for it. So you open it up, and this is.
Yeah, I like that. That's $44.
Yep. Yeah. So on the back, you can see you can put that battery.
I have those batteries already.
Yep.
From an old light.
Or you can just plug it in USB on this side here, and then turn that power button on and off. Nice. And that's what I want to put up there. So when I flip this switch on my desk to turn these lights off, it will shut off. This one will not, because it's got an internal battery that charges as it's plugged in. So
if you have to show me what you've got, or tell me what you're plugging them into that has switches, because that's the kicker, man. Because I don't want to have to reach up way where I put my light to turn it on or off.
It's a regular, like a power block. You know how we always get those power blocks that have the one surge protector switch, red light switch on it?
Yeah.
Same thing, but each plug has its own switch. So all you got to do is I plug all my lights into that power strip. And then when it's time to turn off my cameras and my lights, they all have their own individual switch. I could just run right down the line, switch, flip, 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 and they're all off. I don't have to get up and reach to each light. It's all on my desk right here. Just hitting buttons. Great. Yeah, I'll send you a link to it. I think I paid $22, and it gave
and you
me
can
the
plug
same
all
feature.
kinds of USB cables into it.
Yeah, and it's regular plugs, and it has like 3 USB charging ports as well, which I use for plugging into my phone and keeping it charged on my desk, and plugging in my webcams that are rechargeable. So yeah, love it. There you go. I'm telling you. And not only that, I might be able to switch this right now. I don't know.
To your phone?
See. I have my one Sony camera. Let me see here. Let me see if I can switch to that. No. As a webcam, the Sony webcam in 720p is better than a 4K webcam.
Really?
But it's not hooking up. We'll do it another day. We're running late.
It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. What did Chris say?
It's not showing up.
Two-way radio mounted in your... I think a long time ago we had some, and those things had good range too, like 75 miles. And you could talk to the dispatcher back at the yard. The VHF two-way radios.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about the Nextels, and he must have been saying something about, you must have had that because I drove truck for a long time.
In high school, we all had CB radios in our cars.
Before
cell phones, we all had CB radios in our cars so we could talk to each other.
Yep. Same here. We're all teenagers, man. 16-year-olds running around with CBs.
Yeah, 88 Cutlass, some of us Supreme.
Some of us had power too, like serious things. Like you go into a McDonald's drive-through and key up the mic and clear out their screens in the store.
It sounds like something we would have done.
Yeah.
I got to try and repackage this to make it look
They'd
like
be
it's
going
new.
frantic in there. What happened? I don't know.
Yeah. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh,
here's another thing on these too.
Oh, perfect.
It's got quarter thread inputs on 2 different sides, so you can mount these vertical
either way
or horizontal.
See, I would want it. I would want it horizontal.
But yeah, I mean, everybody would always buy the Elgato key lights and the key light airs because you could hook them up to your Stream Deck and just push a button to turn them on and off.
Yeah.
But they're wireless, and I always struggle with sometimes when you reboot your computer, you got to reconnect it every single time. That's annoying to me. So these small rig lights, doing it this way, I'm paying $45 for a light and plugging it into these power protectors with a switch, and I just fit that switch for that light, and I'm spending like a fraction of an Elgato. I'm able to do all of this for the price of one Elgato key light.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
I like that light though. I have to see. You have to. Did you? Oh no, you're gonna do a review on it.
Yep. But it's like down the list. It's got so much Prime Day stuff I said I would do.
Oh well, if it's gonna be a long time, then yeah, send me a link.
I'll send you a link.
Where are we at?
Oh, ham radios. That's it. I was trying to think of the phrase ham radio.
Oh, ham radios.
Yep.
What's he say? Amateur class. Okay, I don't know anything about ham radios other than years ago, my stepdad, his father lived in Lakeland, Florida. We went out to his house the first time I met him. We didn't know him for the longest time because he had disappeared. Weird story. He just disappeared, and he was gone for like 40 years, and then he just resurfaced. Yeah, strange. And we went out and met him, and in his yard he had big tall trees. I forget what they were, if they were pines or whatever they were. It's in Florida, and there was black, what looked like coax going up into the trees all over in his yard. And I'm like, I was like, dude, what is all the black wire I see? He had taken that was his antenna. He took a slingshot with a big heavy lead weight and connected the coax to it and shot it all up into the trees, and then connected that to his that was his antenna. And he was talking all over the world on that thing. Yeah, he was a big ham radio operator. He had all kinds of plaques and stuff on the wall. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Those ham guys, man, they took that stuff seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yep. Kevin lived in Lakeland. It was either Lakeland or Chiefland. I'm pretty sure it was Lakeland, but I know there's
farm system, Detroit Tigers.
There's 2 of the lands, or a few actually, but the 2 that stuck out. The extra class license required 5 separate tests and 3 Morse code tests. See, this is where you start losing me. I get all them tests.
That's why I didn't get into it. I loved it. I loved going to people's house that had it, but to get into it, like it was like you had to do what?
All kinds.
So I don't have a drone right now. All the stuff you got to do to fly a drone.
I told you I'm in a little trouble with that, right?
Yeah. Or no, you didn't tell me that you did tell. I don't remember what the trouble was, but
with the FAA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did some stuff for I did it for my wife's cousin. They asked if they're part of the Little League, and they said, "Can you do some drone footage of the Little League?" And I was like, "Yeah." They said, "How much do you charge?" I said, I can't charge you because I don't have a Part 107, none of this stuff. I just got a couple of shots for them. They just wanted some pictures for their like whatever. Somebody turned me in. Somebody turned in the Little League. Wow. And the FAA contacted the Little League, and then the Little League directed them to me. And I was like, what? Like, I just did it for a friend. Then, they were asking how much I charged. I'm like, I didn't charge anything. I mean, they're still not.
That you didn't charge anybody.
Yeah. Well, that, and just I have to go get a trust certificate. He said, once I get the trust certificate, which I don't even know what that entails, he sent me a link, then he'll close my case and leave me alone.
Wow.
So
yeah,
don't mess around, man. Chris knows.
Like, I'm more afraid of messing up something, doing something wrong than doing something right. So I was like, I'm just not.
They can fine you a lot if you're if you're not careful. That's
I've
it.
got a friend who has a drone, and at that lumber yard I used to work at, he's part of the family that owns it, and he'll take a drone into a house to do like video of like a
Yeah.
house as it's under
Those are
construction.
cool. Yeah.
And he'll float it around the house to show like each stage of the construction to the very end.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
really cool.
real estate videos done like that too.
Yeah.
And they're using like little tiny MPV or FPV drones.
Yeah.
And they're flying them around in the house and, you know, getting a whole scoop of the house.
Yeah, it starts out like he starts out high looking at the whole property, then goes
then
right to the front door and then goes
goes
in and
right
goes
in.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
this
so
is
cool.
trippy.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah. Sparky Anderson, man, my hero. Tigers head coach.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know sports at all.
He's
So
Hall of Fame, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now the Briscoe brother knows your name. Mark Briscoe knows your name. Eric Kelly.
Where are we at? He's just talking about the FAA.
In furtherance of a business. See, when you start getting like extra letters and words, you make me not want to do it.
Furtherance. I'm out.
Yeah. How many syllables to do that word? Isn't there a one-syllable word for that one?
An upcoming ban in DJI. See, they keep having bans on DJI. They already did a ban once, and they said you could use them if you'd already bought them. I heard that if you ever needed to send it out, like if something was wrong with it and you needed to get work on it, you might not get it back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because DJI has got they've had some issues, I guess. They say that they're banning them because of like some child labor laws that have been broken. I think there's more to it than that.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm just suspicious. But yeah, that's it. I think we're starting to run dry tonight now.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, Mark Briscoe. Yep. You're welcome, man. He got a big family, man.
What's that?
He's got a big family. He takes up the whole front row. The other last Sunday at church, not trying to air his laundry, but he showed up. His whole family took up the entire row. It's like, jeez, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 4 generations, man. It's crazy.
What is Know Your Joe said they're banning them due to Skydio. I'm not sure. I haven't, like I said, I'm not real.
I don't know
abreast.
what Skydio is.
Yeah, me neither. I've heard of it, but I'm not real abreast with all the information regarding the ban. But I have heard of it.
I want to know drones because, like, for social media commercials, it's going to be so cool to be able to use them. But I don't know where I'm going to find the time to go through all of this regulation stuff in classes.
Do Remote Pilot 101. They've got a course. It's like, I don't know what it costs now. It used to be $150. It's probably $200 or so. And it'll teach you everything you need to know to take that test.
Gotcha. Oh, Skydio is a U.S.-based drone company.
Okay. Autel. I think Chris has a couple of those. There's another option that's a very good quality drone that's not DJI. I think it's called Autel. AUTEL.
Yeah, we look so tired.
You guys look so tired.
It looked like we had a rough week.
Kevin,
or what?
we are tired, man.
Yeah, I think
we are tired.
We're gonna shut her down.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, tired.
I'm good with it.
So, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Looking forward to next week. We got the scheduling thing figured out. So much so we scheduled extra shows for everybody to click on too.
So if you've got a handle on it, I don't want to dip in if you've already done it because that might be what happened tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were doing it, and I went and tried it.
And Lord knows which shows, which sessions we put links out there too. I created another session just to try and figure this out. And before I'm like, I don't know if I should have done that. Just wanted to see if it worked. So,
he said, Joe said Autel's going to get banned as well.
See, I was like, so I don't know enough to know where to start. Like, who's the safe company to go get?
I don't know.
Is there a safe one?
Yeah. Is there a safe one that does and performs as good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we should probably
Bark, I'm with you.
do like Bark says.
It's bedtime. It's past my bedtime.
It is bedtime. We gotta go, man. We got us to go.
I gotta meet someone for coffee in the morning. I've already got so much caffeine in me. It's gonna take me 2 hours to fall asleep.
Ugh.
So
well, it was fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Thanks everyone for coming and chatting and having questions.
Yep. So next Friday, 8:00, we'll be here. I will be streaming with my new favorite camera, the OBSBot Tiny 2. That video will be coming out this week now because I forgot what day it was. And apparently my embargo lifted yesterday and I didn't even make the video yet. I've been using it for months, but I haven't actually recorded the video on it.
Went all willy-nilly without telling you.
I know. They just kept saying, hold up, don't do it. So, all right.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for fun
popping in, Bark, man. I love the chat. That's my favorite part about these things.
Yes, sir. That's what I look forward to. Is the chat, because we were talking before. I was like, it's been a crazy week. Do we even know what we're talking? What's our topic this week? And
no, we didn't even. Yeah, we were like last minute Larry's, man.
So we're like, the chat will tell us what to do.
It was bad. Yeah. Tough week.
So yeah, next week I'll be on with my OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite, my new live streaming camera. So excited about that one. Do my review for that on Monday. I have a review video coming out tomorrow. I'm so envious of Bark right now. Like he cranked out like 10 videos in like 5 seconds yesterday. I was like,
he popped out a bunch. Yeah, that's great.
He's got the perfect workflow. He knows what works for him and it works for us. And I'm just like, sometimes I think I take my videos too seriously that I'm making it harder on myself.
I'll be back on it with the Chronicles. This week, maybe even a little in next week is just, I'm kind of laying low. I'm, blah, blah, blah. But
I've said no to like 3 offers to send me stuff. I'm like, honestly, guys, I'm like, you're 2 months away. So if you're willing to wait 2 months,
I'm on the opposite end of that. I can't do a whole lot on my review channel because nothing's coming in. So you're only getting a review from me when I need to buy something. That's it.
And you could do reviews on your stuff. I mean, honestly, for your review channel, like you've got a gravy setup. It would be good for you to do a video and say, look, this is how I do my live streams with the camera on. Just do a walkthrough, like a studio tour, because you and Bark have like an awesome, simplistic setup that doesn't even like remotely say simple. It looks professional. It looks awesome. And yet it is such an easy workflow, and the learning curve, it's something that someone who is just starting can jump in and get that level of awesome appearance and sound. And like Sony ZV-10 with this lens was like 2 months of like figuring gamma and color correction. Like there's so much stuff you have to learn that I'm going away from this camera for live stream just because I'm going to use it for my YouTube video reviews. But for live stream, I just love the simplistic flip a switch. For my live stream that I do on that other channel, it's all webcams. There's no cameras over there because I love going in there, and it's just it's so easy to rock and roll with that stuff. I'd do a video like that.
Oh, look. Chad's going to do a review on the Hollyland Mark II.
Keep it simple. Cool. Yeah, KISS. I always say that. KISS. Bark said, keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, Chad, the Hollyland, I'm curious. I'd like to see that. The Mark IIs. I have the Hollyland Lark Max, and I love them.
Yeah, they sound good. I don't, every review I've seen about them, they sound better than everything else that they go up against.
Toner 510 coming out next week. I saw your review of the SL40X.
Yeah.
So, Bark, I'm curious too, real quick before I go. I noticed, and I'm gonna wrap up with this: the the Shure MV7 Plus. Tom just posted that he was gonna do review on it, and I was like, I'm only using it for XLR. I don't even want to use it for USB. And I was asking him, in the 5 seconds that you've had it, is there that much of a difference? Because I'm thinking about getting a Shure MV7X. The one that has the USB,
right?
It's $250, but the MV7X is like $170. It's been $170 for a while, so it's like if I want to get multiple ones of those, for a podcast eventually. Do I just get that, or do I get the Shure MV7 Plus? Is it that much of a jump? And Tom's like, I don't think it is. But then I watched his live stream today. I don't know if Bark saw it, but he mentioned something about his gain was like a fraction of what Heather's MV7 was. So I didn't know if Bark had heard anything on that too. I have the M2 clone, Bark Mac M2 clone. Sounded good too.
He said something. I think he said something one time about a Ethos clone, and I went looking and looking and looking and couldn't find it. I wanted one.
Oh, the Ethos clone? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Just to hear it. I just wanted to get one. But anyway.
Yeah.
We're staring, man. We're like,
yeah. I really want the RE20 for no other reason than sentimental.
Yeah,
I don't think I
that's
would
what
use,
you started. The first thing you used, right?
When I was a DJ in high school,
yeah,
for a radio station, that's what the mic we use. So I just want one. Yeah, he hates the MV7 line. Yeah, I don't know.
Bark.
Yeah, I've had no desire to get it to review it, especially when I don't use USB mics. Even the ones that have USB feature, I never use the USB feature on it. It's always XLR. So it's like, do I really want to review something that has nothing to do with anything I'm excited about?
He said, wait, where did you hear my... I don't know if I heard it. I thought you had said something about having a Ethos clone.
Yeah, he said he had a Lark... I can't remember if it was a Lark M2 clone. You did one where it was a clone of something else. It was a cheaper version. It was like under $100, and I thought it maybe the mono. I don't know. PG48. Oh yeah, the MV7's an overpriced PG48. Yeah. It sits right back here. I've got it, and I never ever use it ever. Clone of a clone. Clone of a clone. Okay.
Yep. I don't have...
Here's the problem, Bart. You're so awesome and like at cranking videos out. I can't remember. There's like, I'm trying to think like mentally, like go back in my memory log of the last 20 videos you did. Yeah, $260 for something that just doesn't, it's not magical. It's just, okay. Meh.
Is that how much it is?
Meh. The MV7 Plus? Yeah, $260.
No, I've found some good sound in all this cheap crap that I have, and I'm happy with it.
I just don't, to me, it doesn't separate itself from microphones that are $100. There are so many good options at $100. The Shure M57, SM57. I love that microphone for spoken word. Bark loves the SM58, $100. Both great microphones. I'd rather use those than this. And I've used the SM57 a couple of times for some videos that I've done recently for just side stuff for spoken word. I don't touch this for anything. It's just a prop now.
What is that? The the MV7X?
Just the MV7. It's
not
MV7.
The
X, and it's not the Plus. It's just the original MV7.
Well,
yeah. All right. I know
I'm tapped out.
All right. Yeah, we're out.
Thanks everybody again for coming in. It's what makes it. So
yeah. And I'm just waving this thing around because I'm slap happy now. I'm like getting some second wind here, and I want to go to bed, and I'm getting hyper all of a sudden.
Oh no.
All right. So all right. Thank you. See you guys next Friday, 8 p.m. Yeah.
Hopefully we get the right things posted. Sorry if it was me. I don't know.
That was me. I was playing, trying to learn stuff, making a mess. Cannonball, just right into everybody sitting there poolside getting sun, and I just cannonballed that thing.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right, man.
Thank you guys. See you guys next Friday.
Yep.
And peace out.
Good night.
Good night.